We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we are curious and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. A pleasant morning to one and all present here. There are many things that are essential to arriving at true peace of mind, and one of the most important is faith, which can't be acquired without prayer. Let's start our session with prayer song. I request Veelavarsi ma'am to play the prayer song.
To welcome you here today. I would like to My hearty welcome to our guest, head and assistant professor, Dr. Vidya Tulasi Raman, PG and Research Department, Department of Computer Science, Government Arts and Science College for Women, Bargur, who has accepted our invitation and are present here today, spend their time to share with their knowledge on impact of COVID-19 on cyber security. Welcome you, ma'am. When beauty is the power, a smile is its weapon. I would like to welcome the convener and head in charge, Department of Computer Science and Applications, Professor R. Anto Priyadarshini, who is a great personality of simplicity and love. Welcome you, ma'am. Every thought you produce, every anything you say, any action you do, it bears your signature. I would like to welcome our head of the department, the Professor Dr. M. Bhagyamati, Department of Computer Science and Applications, who have guided our department to achieve this height till today. Welcome you, ma'am. I would Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is a success. That is team building. Yes, I welcome our staff members, supporting staff members to make this event a grand memorable success. Welcome you, ma'am. Last but not least, it is my great pleasure to welcome our students and other college faculty members and students for their excellent cooperation on this program. Welcome you all. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I cordially invite Ms. P. Meena, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Application, to introduce our chief guest. Welcome you, ma'am.
Good morning. Today, our chief guest, Dr. Vidya Tulasi Raman, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department, Computer Science from December 2007 till now in Government Arts and Science College for Women, Bargur. She has started her career as Senior Officer Training from November 1997 to June 1998 till Till that, she has acted as an officer and Marshal of Systems and Corporate Services Private Limited, Chennai. Then she worked as an assistant professor and head of the Department of MCA in Priyadarshini Engineering College, Vaniambadi. She has published 25 papers in national and international journal. She has published two books on Anna University and Madras University syllabus oriented in the title of Computer Graphics and Biometrics for BE, BTech, MCA and MPhil students. She has published various research papers uh, in 25 various topics. She had acted as a soft skill coordinator, slow learners coordinator, and currently as NSS officer. Acted as a resource person for invited talk in various colleges and in national conferences. He has, she has also guided more than 45 MPhil students and currently guiding one student also. She has also currently guiding 7 research scholars for PhD. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ma, for a wonderful introduction. Ma.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, it's a great privilege to be amidst of you all. And the need of the hour, the title, especially for our computer science community. I really thank and appreciate for the title being chosen, which is the need of the hour during this pandemic situation. So, shall we go to the presentation?
Yes, ma'am. You can start your session.
Yeah, yeah. So I really thank the administrative authorities and, of course, uh, Madam Anto ma'am, who had been very kind enough in giving all the details, and she was the one who was interacting with me for the the biodata and the mail and all such things. Thank you so much, ma'am, and of course the head of the department and Meena, who had been our ex-student, a very eminent student. So thank you so much. So let us just go in for the program. So the impact of COVID, of course, you know very well. I mean, COVID had just broken into our country, and everything was what I say, unexpectedly. We have to face the situation all of a sudden, something new to our entire scenario. So, in spite of that, we were able to really face all such things. Share screen. So, people were, I would say that right from uh, all educated to uneducated, I mean, there is irrespective of any particular caste, creed, religion, age, it has just impacted everybody, and it has changed the entire style of living also. And in this particular scenario, what is the impact on our computer science community? Of course, we have come into, we know that our technologies are always embraced everywhere, because you see, a day has now come, like without computer there is no life, like that it has become, you know very well. Even before this pandemic situation, there had been so much of computerization in every field, you know, when we go for railway reservations or online banking. Likewise, all the facilities, even you go to the city, even to order food, you are able to have make use of the apps through which we are able to really enjoy the facility. Many things are very much advantageous when you are going for the technologies, which makes man's life more sophisticated, secure, uh, and that secure is a word which is really ensured by our community, computer science. It's our duty, we can say, and especially during this pandemic situation when many people are now heading only to the technology to help them. Because even getting a milk or anything, even old age people, medical care, all of a sudden. So, for all these things, really, they have to really go for using the net. So then how safe is the net? What is actually what is the cyber security all about, and the cyber world, and how people are, so many are available there who are looking for opportunities. And you know very well, many people have lost their job, and many people now they are having more time to spend, especially computer wizards, when they are given more time to spend on the net. And so how they are been pushed to really think, because they have more time, no work for certain period. In such things, what we are going to how they react. Okay, that is the thing. So now this front slide just shows you what is the cyber security all about. As you know, the phishing, okay, trying to really, people really, without you, even you don't know, somebody is really monitoring us. You know very well, when you are trying to search for some clothing, or say for some accommodation somewhere, after that you would have switched off the system, and next day when you are working with some other application, there is some pop-up regarding the dresses or the particular accommodation which you are looking for. The ads are popping up. Okay, so which means somebody is really watching what is our pattern of search and what we are really trying to do. All these things are really happening. So you could see in the other diagram also how there is someone viewing, okay, whatever you are doing in the system. So In the computer security, in computer security, a threat is a possible danger that might exploit a vulnerability to breach security and therefore cause possible harm. Okay, so it says that always in a particular atmosphere, it looks for where is a weak point. So always we say when just see, suppose you want to break a chain, try to monitor the chain, and in that chain, what is the weak point? So try to give a very hard blow there. Definitely the chain will break. That is the strategy. General one. The same thing they apply to the network atmosphere. Go through the arrangements they have made, and they try to look for loopholes, and they try to enter the system and commit harm. And remember, like in this pandemic situation, when people are already very much panic, and the working pattern also had varied. They had said work from home. Okay. So as a result, what has happened? So previously they used to go to the particular company. So they have all the facilities and all the gateways, firewalls, all such things are made available, intrusion detection system, everything available in house, and you go and log into your specific system there. And as a result, when you log in, there are servers, everything, so no problem. From a remote thing, when it is going to be when telecasted or when it is going to be broadcasted, so at that time, what is going to be the scenario when people are able to give some flexibility at the workplace and things like that? So that is the place where all sorts of the people with very what to say hacking intention. So those people are gaining more advantage. A threat can be either intentional or accidental. Okay, or otherwise a circumstance, capability, action, or event. uh, Actually the situation, so here we fall under COVID. It is the circumstance. Okay, that gives them the what is it, the motivation to really go ahead with committing a crime. Okay, whereas capability and action or event, they are already with that intention. The hackers, they are there to mint money. So but this situation, circumstance has really favored them a lot. A cyber or cybersecurity threat is a malicious act that seeks to damage data, steal data, or disrupt digital life in general. So it is not necessary that they have to just get into your account and steal money alone. Even the important messages, or some people try to store some important secrets of the company, the formulas which are stored in some folders. So those things also people can steal. Say in a company, how many employees are there, what is their way of practice, what is the cadre, what is the salary they are giving everybody, what is the promotion strategy or rules they have. These things which are maintained in a very confidential manner, when somebody else try to crack open this and try to steal such type of information, and naturally the competitor company will be ready to pay any amount to get these secrets for the success of their competitors. Okay, so even these things also comes under threat. Cyber threats include computer viruses, data breaches, denial of service attacks, and other attacks, attack vectors. So there are so many, whatever the in network security, what and all attacks we have seen, the same attacks are capable of happening in this scenario also. Apart from which, the other damages this can cause. So this cyber threats are something which encapsulates not only the network associated threats and computer associated threats, like when you have a single desktop in your house, you're using a pen drive, so through that virus worms like that you get, or you go to unknowingly, you browse while you are browsing, you go and click something, and that is able to get malware into your system. Okay, so all these things are that crimes also come under this cyber category. Or apart from exclusive things like trying to go and steal the information, copyrights, formulas, that are stored in a company's system. Whereas a cyber attack is an attempt to expose, alter, disable, destroy, steal, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system, infrastructure, network, or any other smart devices. So uh, the other one is a threat. This is a direct attack. Common types of cyber attacks, as you know, malware, or you can even say it as a spyware. It is all done for, and you also call it as ransomware. They say, I have gained control over all this information. If I disclose this, that's all. Your company's reputation is lost. Then that will be broken. So unless you pay a ransom, this will be let out. So if somebody is going to, uh, I mean, if somebody is going to really steal the information, and then say unless you pay this much, then there will be problems. Then also it is a great what to say, else the companies will lose hope on the particular bank. Okay, the clients will not approve it. Okay, so then also there will be a, where the company no other go, else if the secret is being disclosed, then the company's reputation will be lost. Okay, so for that reason what they will do is definitely they will go ahead, accepting whatever these people say. Okay, so that is the main thing of it. Then next you can also say that you are having, if you take impact of COVID, they say that there are so many things in that. That is, say you are living, you are in home, but you are living your laptop systems under the custody of your children, belonging to several age groups. So no other go. You are supposed to really, I mean, go ahead, making them make use of small children. No other go. They have to join their classes via online. Okay. So in such a scenario, what happens? So they don't know actually. Unknowingly, they will, because generally itself it has become a small child having a 2-year child, a 3-year child trying to. On those days, people used to show the moon and give food. But today, what they are giving? They are giving laptop, tabs to the children, and they feel even it is a great, a symbol of status in really giving the children that one, and hearing rhymes, everything via that, and trying to give food and entertain them. So as a result, what has happened is the children now they become inseparable with that particular equipment, and so many they break because they don't know how to handle it. And apart from which, they try to click on something else. Who knows, there it started recording things, and it will start telecasting it somewhere else. So then in that case, what about the reputation of the particular family? Even it starts recording many things unknowingly, and it is being transmitted. So in such a situation, so how to really take care of this children? And while you're giving the mobile, how safely you have to be beside them and try to educate them. And if they are little grown up, because kindergarten also they have now online classes. So what about others? I was so shocked to hear morning to evening they have to sit along with the uniform before the camera switched on. Likewise, so many, you could see so many jokes cropping in. So now what, security also plays a vital role at every stage. You are just inviting on previously, probably in our home, the computer will be at one row, and anything you want to work with, you will go to that place and work. But today, since the whole family is on the net with either tab or mobile or anything like that, so as a result they are just everywhere. So you are inviting, in fact somebody else is going to hack the system and monitor your all the network relayed information. They will able to study the entire family's practices and scenario. In fact, even they can judge you how many rooms you are having. In each room, what are the things available? Even these things they can really easily guess. So how to avoid all these things? Of course, we would be seeing all these things detailed in the forthcoming slides. And criminals and they how they go about. So these are all already, phishing, identity theft, online harassments. Okay, then cyber stalking, invasion of privacy. Okay, so somebody knows what you are doing always, what you are looking for, like that. Okay, so these are the things we have already seen. Now you see an explosion of cyber risks in the COVID-19 pandemic. So the surge in communication and the wholesale shift to operate businesses online have at the same time increased the risk of cyber attacks by an order of magnitude. They have also introduced a wide range of new risks. So you see, the entire scenario changes because of COVID-19. Everybody started doing business only online because no one is ready to move out of the house. Uh, See, today they say you are welcome to come out, like that. But how many of them are ready to really come out? That impact, that fear is still there in people. So many of them, unless it is highly necessary, they don't move out of the house. So when, unless no other go, you are supposed to come out, then only you are ready to come out. Else it is only online. So in such a scenario, what had happened is uh, the business, everything. So many datas are flowing within the atmosphere, and so it is a feast to the hackers. So this is a time they can really mint money. Many are ready to come online and order, so they just post very attractive advertisements. So it's a sale, no other go, due to COVID, our stock clearance, like that. So or anything you choose in this, it will be all somewhere around 250, 500, not more than 500. They would say 2000 rupees, they will say this much discount, only 500 rupees, like that. So what will happen? Okay, everything looks like, if you don't like, you can return it within say 30 days. All these things will be there. You just make an order. What will happen? That's it, that money is lost. You will think that 2000 rupees, 500, let us try 500 only. No, if we get, we'll get 2000. So it is almost becoming like gambling. So even we are just pushed, or even we are attracted towards it. And so as a result, we end up in a great mess. As a result, we don't get the money. Even if we don't get the money, it's okay. But through that, how the money had come, through that, if they trace back and try to really identify our account and try to gain access to our account, that is even more a greater, drawback. So we have to be very cautious. So which is a true website and which is just they are spoofing. As COVID-19 tests the strength of healthcare systems around the globe, healthcare providers are turning to chat, phones, email, and telemedicine portals for remote counseling and diagnosis. Yeah, even the Apollo hospital have, I'm not canvassing any hospitals, but generally even they are available online. Doctors are available online. You can book an appointment, and they are able to whatever you have, you can really share and inscribe some medicines online. In certain cases, even they are able to send the medicine to your house. So like this and all, the business had cropping in the healthcare sector. So even here also there are so many vulnerabilities existing. And the hackers always try to look for where is the weak point, the vulnerable situation, and in the system or in the security setup which is made available. In that, where is the breach they can really do, which place is not much secured. So they look for loopholes and they try to gain control. Organizations are using digital infrastructure to procure vital protective supplies for health and hygiene workers, as well as counsel them on rendering service safely. So even once hereafter, because they are shift, you see in hospitals, patients come in, they treat them. But now it is all through online. So in fact, certain organizations in medical healthcare, they come, I mean, our people, they go and install so the cyber security. On the other side, the companies which are running business on providing service providers for cyber security and all, so those people, they come and they install the security platform, provide the infrastructure, and educate the people, nurses, doctors, all these pharmacists, and even the microbiologists, because test and all will be done online, the reports when they upload, how to go about, so all these things. So entire, see, you know very well, for us also, we know our people, students coming to our classroom, then we try to teach them one to, I mean, face contact and eye contact, we are able to really work out on the board, know the expression of her. So seeing her face itself, we know whether she understood or not, or whether she requires a repetition, all these things. But as on today, what is the scenario? So we are not able to really, I mean, see all these things. So instead, we take several other strategies to really, I mean, monitor her. So what we do, we give some questions that is like a, 1 mark objective type questions. Once a unit is over, you can very well give that. And what we say, switch on the camera and only 30 minutes allowed. Immediately you are supposed to submit, answer the questions. We can create Google Forms, have the objective type questions, switch on the camera and answer. Just for 30, I mean, say half an hour is given. Likewise, we try to give a time frame, ask them to really switch on the camera, sit before us, and then take up. So these are the, I mean, some measures we try to do. And not only that, after writing assignments, ask them to post in the WhatsApp group, or you have a group mail, so in which we ask them to send. Or we can even use the, I mean, Moodle platform for interaction, for evaluation, for uploading notes, all these things we are able to do. So you see, even our way of style of reaching the children for imparting knowledge, that has taken a different shape. So because of COVID, everywhere, the use of, not only the use of computers and computer associated gadgets have increased, but also the way, the style of living, and more dependent on this cyber world has come into picture. Finally, digital channels are providing entertainment for stressed families. They are motivating people under lockdown to make the most of their time and providing the tools to do so. And they are helping to shore up our future by enabling children to learn online while schools remain closed. So even there are several channels, you know, even the government has started imparting education only through a particular channel. So where the children are supposed to sit and really, I mean, go about, which is a really tough task. And we don't know whether such infrastructure really lies with every family, whether they can afford for it. This is one side. On the other side, people are very stressed. They are really afraid to go out. So they have to really go for entertainment to such channels. But you see, even the regular serials are not being telecasted. So as a result, what they did, they stopped that and they started taking some old Puranas and things like that, and they started giving. But that is also good, because you see, it tries to really bring us in our mind the realities of life, and how should we go about. More time now is spent on self realization, I would say. We are able to help others, and we are able to thank God, how we are really more better. God has kept us than others, all these things. It's a time to really think and really thank. In 2020, few of the biggest threats. So this was already been noted. So before even, I mean, the ransomware only takes highest priority. Phishing is always done, and you see, there is a, we say, it is an passive attack. You don't know that somebody is really monitoring, and they are really collecting more information about you, because today information is of great value. So somebody is really keep on going and really collecting more information on the whole society. So that via which they will get, I mean, they will know how to make money. Then IoT based attacks. So your own house, if you're having a computerized lock, a voice recognition system, you go out, you have a shower. Hope it is clear now. Yes. So uh, you have even unpatched security vulnerabilities and bugs. So when what is the general way they go about? Whenever they have a security patterns and when there is going to be some breach, immediately they try to stop it temporarily. Like in our own, city, when there are some here and there, break in the, you come across some problem in the road, they don't try to entirely put a new road. Instead, what they will do, wherever that things are there, you try to put little mud and something else and cover it for the current time. When a great blow of rain comes, that all will be gone. Once again, the road will come to its normal shape. Okay. So the same thing happens here also. To the time being, they try to really, wherever the loophole, they try to stop it. But then later on, what happens? Once again, when you break hard, that is the hackers are able to gain control over the system. Okay. Next, you see these are the general types of cyber attacks: malware, phishing, password attacks, denial of service attack in a distributed atmosphere, a man in the middle, then drive by download. Okay. Unless, you don't know at all, but you would have downloaded a drive. So you would click on something else, and based on that, then you see there was a famous attack. They will send a particular information in the mobile. You have won in a lottery this much amount. Please click this one. There are so many people who believed that, and they try to, because there are people to say that also. See, in foreign countries, they try to really, big people, they try to invest in some amount, and they would have died, so no one is to claim that. So such amount and all, they used to do like this. Like that, there are some people to justify this also. So many people have lost several thousands in that. 50,000 you pay, so that anyway US dollar you get 1 lakh. So people really think, okay. See, always I will tell you, it's like the other movies, Saduranga Vaitai only. The people who are trying to think in a short way how to really get money, such people are only targeted here. So they are trying to, and they make us feel greed, and they steal. As a result, what they say, the one who is greedy only, from them only we are taking money. So they justify even their act because of that. That's why values are more important, children, in our life at any cost. Once you have base as a value, you will never, even you are in a big company, you hold a very good position. If you are really true at heart and straightforward, definitely, follow all the rules, then definitely you will never end up in any problem at any cost. And so these are the common, threats, attacks that are being launched. So, steps we all must take to avoid getting hacked: use strong passwords, check for authentic web address, install system security updates often, don't install software you don't trust. But you see what happens today, whenever we try to browse anything, immediately it says, shall I, can you allow cookies to really, if you don't say yes, you won't get the information what you want. So no other go. You are just pushed to give okay, but really don't know those cookies what they are going to do. They will just be there. They monitor us here and there. They will keep on coming and advertising all the information. Then so here authentic web address, any web location, are you really, I mean, aware of it? Okay, and the strong passwords, no one should be able to easily guess. Come on, children. Now we can just say, if many of them, your email ID, you will have your name in that, including me. That's a different issue. But generally, you see, our and the passwords which we keep, somebody who is known to us, the pet, or our own name, these are the, and our date of birth, all these things are the combinations of our passwords. So generally, a person who is really involved in this crime itself will be easily able to really break open. Our people, that's the problem. We Why we keep something, our own name or things like that, because there is a chance of us itself forgetting our passwords. This happens because that's why you see, it was a day when ATM card was given. On the ATM cover itself, people write the pin and keep, because they may forget the pin. That's why. So when the ATM is lost, the whole money is lost. So then people were telling, please don't do this, don't do that. Then later on only people slowly coming out. Then you have to protect your business from data breach, what you are supposed to do. So because you see now in this COVID pandemic situation, or many of the business is done online. Food ordering morning, there are so many groups. You will not believe, when I visited Pondi, there were so many this food providers. They try to really take beautiful photos. They send, morning you can make an order till 10 o'clock, we accept a breakfast order. Okay, and like that lunch today, all with nutritive values, like that. Then the cost also they mention. If you want, you can just message them, that's it, in the WhatsApp. Automatically they will deliver at home. So like this, and also everything now, because of this COVID, they have gone into this network, and it's a place where it's a feast for the criminals, cyber criminals. So how you can protect your business from them? The social engineer, okay, the fake an identity, request data rich information filled out. So what they do is they try to say, we are sending a mail from IT department, please try to fill the following information, like that they may ask. And sometimes banking, you see, the spear fisher, well, they are the main thieves. What they will do, they try to use malicious emails, and as if they are from say State Bank, or that happens even in mobile, right? They make a call, they say, we are having a credit card, we are able to give you worth 2 lakhs for you, like that, and as a result, slowly they will ask, what is your net banking, are you having that facility? There is some problem, can you give your login or password? We are from the bank computer center only, we are calling. All these things they will say. So there are so many theft which has already occurred. People, they say, see, a particular password has come, I mean a particular uh, OTP has come, why don't you give that OTP immediately, like that, and all. There are people who has really taken the OTP and the money is looted online. So you must be very beware, because you don't see who is sitting at the other end. The hacker, as you know, data breaches, stolen password, because they are able to look for weak passwords. The rogue employee. So sometimes you see, all the other things can be really identified, but when you have someone within our own group, it's very hard. See, if you are having within your own company somebody who doesn't like that company and want to bring that company down, then you have to really be very that is the great type of employees, and you have to immediately sack them, no doubt about it, because there should, that's what the basic thing in the employee's mind, that he should be able to protect himself from the cyber criminals. So mind must be, you must, the employer must bring feeling. What happens? You will be, promoting or rearing rogue employees only. Then that will bring a great headache to the organization. Then the ransom app test. So the ransomware. So you are no other go. You give this money to me, else or else I will defame you. Then what will happen? No one will book anything via that particular company online, and no one will trust that particular bank. So the bank loses entire customers. So this ransomware is one side. They are really minting money. So these are some of the details which have been said. That is how the 91% of attacks are through this spear phishing emails, and 1 in 131 emails contain a malware. So the time you click and try to do, that's why I'll say, if you are not you don't, you are not interested in that, means you don't know that person, means please don't even click on the email which that has come into your inbox. Only things which you are very much familiar, try to open it. Okay. Then you see security, not a security bug, simple human mistakes. Okay. Sometimes 90% of the time a system gets hacked because of some simple human mistakes, because people are very new to the system usage. Because you see all the government sector, comparatively the old people who have not studied computer science, or who doesn't have a basic knowledge in their study on computer science, only are employed. So as a result, first they have to be educated, then only they can really go about it. Else even unknowingly they do mistake and invent problem and welcome problem. So once again, these are all the several threats that are being said. So how you can really via telephones or some particular devices. Today you see a hard disk, pen drive, then data things, okay, via that, all these where the information carrying pen drives, all these things via that, how malicious coding are made available, installed in our system unknowingly, and it brings breaches to our security. So cyber attacks is all too real. So half of the all cyber attacks are committed against small businesses. They target only small people. As you know, the chain snatcher, they don't go and steal Ambani, okay, or big actor and actresses. A poor person, a vegetable vendor, that lady would have really had small savings, and at last would have bought a very good, at least some one chain, so that she can wear. That they do chain snatching. So people steal from people easily, where the people really they are very poor, who are really working very hard, saving. From them, they easily try to grab. But the higher people who are really minting money, really, by what to say, in the society, they do all sorts of things, the business without any ethics. So to such people, they are minting money, and these cyber people are not able to do that much so smart in that, because even they purchase several companies to really incorporate the security aspects in that. So, and 43%, they also target only the small businesses. And cyber crime, they expect 6 trillion annually by 2021. That much loss to the world, to the different businesses. So what are the counter external attacks, countering these external attacks? How can we go about protecting systems with advanced skills and knowledge? Multi-layered defense, that is more important. So you have the first line of defense, second line of defense. Likewise, such type of things you have to have a monitoring system, and whenever any incident occurs, immediately providing support, trying to have lots of backup, all such things. Then how do you do about internal fraud? This is the main thing. Unless the people who are working for the company is having ethics, it's very hard to really uh, set right these things. But of course, you know, a person who is working in a cloth shop or a jewelry shop, when the person, when after the work is over, they are supposed to show all the bags, everything. Nothing is taken away. So like that and all, they have, that is nothing but they check for security purpose. Else there will be internal leaks. Okay, goods go out unknowingly. So to avoid that, they have such protection scheme. So here also, you will not believe, there will be people monitoring all your emails, whether it is to whom you are talking, everything within the campus. There is monitoring systems. Even certain websites you are not supposed to, operate. Integrated control and governance, that's what all the servers. So when the person, generally usually when the persons log in, and after login, what are the activities they do, and every day they monitor whether there is any unusual time of access, things like that. The changing pattern platforms, so providing infrastructure that functions when and how required to protect your information assets. So trying to take a backup regularly, all such things are some of the steps they take. Consulting, using diverge analysis to improve business practices and organizational structure. So there are several consultants available, so where they are able to give you how to improve the business practices along with security aspects, and how to incorporate security not as a separate department, but security is something which is incorporated at all level. It is an integrated division to bring about. So these things, ensure that you apply critical security patches here and there where there is some weak points. Try to include some conditions, okay, authentication, likewise and all. Antivirus, you can very well make use of it. Taking backups, regularly, and that is offline storage backups regularly, and how the stored information to be protected. Then expect an increased risk of ransomware during COVID-19 pandemic as organized crime groups exploit COVID-19 themed phishing. So in COVID-19, what are the things people generally look for online? So those things, as a team, as a group, they really want to mint money. So many people, you see, people are saying you buy what is a temperature monitoring system, then oxygen level will be known in that, like that and all they say. As a result, people started going ahead with online purchase. See, previously, checking BP machines and sugar test, that is a big business going on. Regularly, people try to buy that strip and all. See, the equipment is very cheap, whereas buying the strip and needle for the acute check, blood pressure, that is costly. So the running cost is very high for the such things. So like that and all, these are also what to say, unnecessarily you are misguided, you are made to really go for something else, and things like that. So lastly, work with your incident and crisis management team to strive to ensure your organization has an alternate audio and video conferencing environment available. So generally, incident and crisis management, that plays a vital role here as on today. Because see, so far the previous things like measles, chicken pox, even chikungunya, all these things and all, even dengue, that didn't affect the normal life of people. But it is the COVID which has really affected the normal life of people and pushed them to go for computer associated thing. So as a result, we have to be very careful in preserving all our computer environments. Run a helpline or online chat line which they can easily access for device, or report any security concerns including potential phishing. Encrypt data at rest on laptops used for remote working given the risk of theft. So actually, what you can work from home, they say, but try to see that the laptops which you provide from the company, it is having all the necessary security aspects, as well as when you're sending or receiving mails, proper encryption and decryptions are done. And please disable the USBs. Don't use any USB device. Instead, better send mail and receive mail and go about. Also, make sure that your finance processes require finance team to confirm any request for large payments during the COVID-19 pandemic. So what it is said, anything that's what when you are trying to withdraw money also, nowadays they have brought so many restrictions. You cannot take more than 4,000 online. Yeah, I mean 4,000 in the ATM machine. For only 4,000, you have to use the card. Then if it goes above 3, you have to pay as a service tax. So generally you don't prefer taking the money through a ATM. Better go to the bank itself and try to take the money, say 20,000 like that. That is better. If you want to withdraw so huge money, because one day, previously and all, up to 40,000 you can really withdraw from an ATM. But because of this COVID situation, a card doesn't allow more than 4,000. So as a result, even the card is lost, you can immediately go and stop the card in no time. With 4,000, maximum risk is only 4,000. So you better tell, even networking in net, any transfer has to be done. If it is above 10,000, immediately it asks for OTP. So that is also good. So even you keep informed the bank. So how much money? So beyond this, if I am doing, or anybody is from my account, if a transaction is going to be made, please give a call. So actually previously a lot such things happen. A person generally every time the practices say they try to withdraw in first 10 days of the month, they used to withdraw 10,000. Suppose on one fine day they withdraw 50,000, immediately there will be an OTP sent. And not only that, if you have not made this particular thing, please do call us. A particular toll free number will be given. Also, sometimes they even make a call, certain banks. Ma'am, have you made this transaction of 50,000? Can we release it? Because generally the practice is 10,000. That's why. So that is also a safety measure. This confirmation can help to guard against the increased risk of business email compromise and CEO frauds. Okay. So, section of phony updates on service disruption due to COVID-19 and leading to malware download phishing emails supporting to come from various government ministries. This is also government has released 7,000, 10,000 to all your account. So please fill up these details. That is also coming in the air. You must be very careful, my dear children and the people, because they say that so the government has going to give money for this. It has sanctioned. Please click the below link and try to fill up and send. So all the bank details you will be asked to send. So please don't believe on such things. Already Aadhaar card is there. If they want to deposit, they can always deposit. So you need not give additional information to them. COVID-19, or even, ration place, you have to keep the thumb impression and get the rations. So even if required, they will give even money through that only, not through these things. COVID-19 tax rebate phishing lures, encouraging recipients to browse to a fake website that collects financial and tax information from unsuspecting users. Users are very innocent. They never even have a second thought. So as if like they are able to offer a tax rebate because of COVID-19, there is no job for many. So we are able to, the slab is reduced. Please fill the following details and send immediately. You will be given this much, I mean, tax waiver. So people unknowingly, they will just go to the web. Let us see. Like that, they think and they send. That's it. Common people, they are only targeted. Many existing, so please advise your parents, because they are all very innocent and they all lived in a society where people are all straightforward, true at heart. But today, crime, no other go, you are pushed to use the technology, and in the technology there are so many people on the other side waiting to really mint money via this situation. Many existing organized crime groups have changed their tactics to use COVID-19 related materials on health updates, fake cures, fiscal packages, emergency benefits, and supply shortages. So their whole tactics have changed. Okay, using this COVID-19, It's related information we can post on the websites and catch people. So free advice, or they'll say, we'll give a monthly, just subscribe. It's only rupees 50. We will be able to give you for 1 month. It is only 50 rupees. We will give. I mean, we'll take that way. I mean, give the advice regularly. Likewise. So take care of your health. Just for this much only. Like that and all. There are so many. Take an insurance. Just say 5 rupees per day. Like that, they will try to give several information. And these are all, please don't go via these things taken away by this. So you do have, for all these things, of course, there are people offering cyber security solutions, several companies where they have, depending upon the information, the business, the infrastructure, the mode which they operate, the scale of that business, all these things are taken into account, and what is the government policies are related to this. So based on that, how to really make the atmosphere, I mean, the cyber world more hygiene, and avoid leakages and protect the system and the atmosphere. Okay. So you do have the vulnerability analysis, and you see risk, and I mean, all of a sudden something is going to happen. So for that also, you should have someone keep on monitoring. So whenever you come across some problem, how to really handle to the situation. Okay. This alternate platform will be needed if you have a ransomware incident that disrupts your IT system, and will also provide additional redundancy if your primary conferencing provider has capacity or availability issues. So what you will do is, see, you will have the systems, everything. You provide the particular platform. Suppose somebody has, you have so many clients, and somebody has hacked your system. They say if you don't pay, then your clients will, I mean, will never become, I mean, stay with us. And we are also have to pay a lot of amount to our clients for the, I mean, inconvenience cost. We lose our reputation, we lose our business. So to defame us, the ransomware incidents do occur. So for that also, when we go for having some service providers at our end, we should make facilities available in such a way, even some problem occurs, but the team is ready to help you at the last moment, and uh, I mean, go ahead with the thing as usual, as normal. COVID-19 will drive significant changes in how you and your organization work, stay safe, and stay secure. So, whatever changes, it definitely, the practices which you had been following so far in your organization requires change, so that you will be able to stay safe, and you are able to secure the data is also safe. Security leaders will also need to share the lessons they learned during the crisis. This will help them for prepare for future pandemics. So for this COVID, how people really, what are the problems they faced? So even big companies, if they come out in sharing such information, see, we faced this particular problem, but since we did like this, we were able to come out of it. Like that, they can give some tips, so that even hereafter any such pandemic occurs also, people are prepared to face such situation. They will need to review current security solutions for scalability, time to provision, cloud-based availability, remote management capability. They should also proactively engage with trusted partners to plan for dynamic scalability and the provision of required services and solutions. So every company is advised to really go as a partner with some standard service and solution providers, so as a standby. And not only that, because especially when businesses are made online, when so much of transactions are going on involved with money, it should always have the people's trust. So then only it will have the customers, and the business, the computer, I mean, the company's reputation will be guarded. So for such things, they should see that they have provisions for all these things. So whether the once you have the experience of handling such pandemics, crises, and situations, so tomorrow if anything happens, you should have a standby measure to rise up to the need. It may be a small one or a bigger one. You should be able to scale it accordingly. Examples of campaigns mounted include COVID-19 themed phishing emails attaching malicious Microsoft documents which exploits a known Microsoft vulnerability to run malicious code. So people started, using, see, COVID-19. Our Prime Minister had given some important message like that, and all they try to say. So medicine been invented, or say they have found out. So vaccine available, know more about it. So people are curious, they are having more time at home. So what happened? COVID, okay, it's something they are saying. So immediately you go and click on that particular email, and you try to go through. So as a result, slowly, if you are using the Microsoft platforms, naturally this particular one click, it contains a malicious code which enters your system and capable of damaging your system. COVID-19 themed phishing emails attaching macro enabled Microsoft Word documents containing health information, which trigger the download of some trick bots, malware, multiple phishing emails, okay, luring target users to fake copies of the Center for Disease Control website, which solicit user credentials and password. So automatically through that, they try to get all the important information from your side. Some of your email, its password, all such things. These are some of the tricks they do. Planning needs to be both creative and comprehensive. So it must be what something the not an easy people can really easily guess it. It should not be like that. It should be more creative. According to this, should revise their current BCP to include a pandemic like scenario and perform regular drills. No one will want to be caught without a robust, thoroughly tested backup. So, all the the leaders, IT security leaders, they do have some uh, plan for their a backup plan for their company. So, like especially during this pandemic, like scenarios, and a regular drill must be performed. Certain cases they say like fire extinguishers they have. They show a demo. Even military people, they try to rehearse. So like a mock test, you should have the regular drills made. And no one want to really get caught up with a system which is not robust. The system must be built in a robust manner so that any sort of attack, the system doesn't collapse. And definitely it regularly takes a backup, so no data, no single piece of data is lost. Leaders face a rising imperative to embrace new approaches and consider new operating technologies. So, in IT scenario, they are going for still more, trying to improve the both in terms of hardware, software, and OS, or the architecture, going for a still more modified patterns. So, still it's a area of research, but research done within a short time bound. Likewise, in particular, automation can bring operating efficiencies and reduce dependence on human interventions. So mostly people try to go for automation than going for human interventions, because if you depend more on human only, there are so many problems. Than that, you go for fully automizing the atmosphere. Example, Starship Technologies, for instance, launched robot food delivery services in the UK and San Francisco almost 2 years ago. So before 2 years itself, they started employing robots for food delivery, okay, in UK and San Francisco, America. And you see, because of this pandemic situation, that is increased security risk from remote working and learning, because today we work from home or learning from home. So as a result, security risk has become more. Potential delays in cyber attack detection and response. People are not able to identify that an attack has occurred, because to detect and then respond to that attack, it takes so much of time, especially during this pandemic period. Exposed physical security and influx of cyber criminals, business continuity plans. That's what BCP is, nothing but business continuity plans to feature global pandemics. So actually, it addresses the business continuity plans. You try to continue your business even during this pandemic situation. So, but for that, what are the steps you have to take? So that is the plan they have. But for that, what you have to address the global pandemics, what and all are the other impacts, because a business means it is not done at a remote way. It has been changed with many other aspects. So the impact which is received from the outside location, how you are going to face all such things. So the plan should contain features handling such aspects also. So typical giveaways that an email may be suspect include. So how you can really try to identify that the email is a suspected one. You need not click on it. So what are the tips? Generally, such mails will have poor grammar, punctuation, and spelling mistakes. Design and quality will not be up to the mark. Generally, they will say, they will not use your name. Instead, generally, they will say, dear colleague, dear friend, dear customer, like that only it will be. Else, if it is from our bank, hi Vidya, like that it may be. Whereas these are just generally they do and they circulate. Anybody, if they, whether they will be available, they will be caught. It is like putting the hook. Any fish can come and get caught, like that. So generally they will try to flood the mail to everybody. So that's why it will be a common pattern. Dear colleague, dear friend, dear customer, like that. Includes a veiled threat or a false sense of urgency. Uh, they try to create an atmosphere which is not true. Directly solicits personal or financial information. They are asking directly, give your account number, give your name, date of birth, all these things. Means please don't online, don't give. Even if it is from the bank which you are dealing, go to the bank in person and submit your KYC norms and come. Don't do it online. Of course, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But if these things are there and if you really feel, no, this is a very good, it is the correct email only. If you really trust it, then go ahead. But please give a second thinking. The response, there are some key steps you should take to reduce the risk to your organization and your employees, particularly as you move to remote working. Raise awareness amongst your team, warning them of the heightened risk of COVID-19 themed phishing attacks. So, what are the parameters? What are the things people will be dealing with COVID-19? So, based on that only, they try to make messages, emails, everything related to healthcare. Just pay 500 rupees. You will be given a master health checkup. The date, so and so to so. Go to the nearest this one, okay? They will say Apollo Pharmacy or any other. Go to the nearest place. It will be made available. Like that and all, you get the message. So what it is said, please don't go ahead with that, okay? You must be beware of all such things. Key takeaway, protect, detect, and respond. That is more important. This is a common word which will suit any situation. So protect, detect. So there must be a mechanism. If you protect, okay, it is safe. You should not leave it. You should always monitor. There should be some monitoring mechanism. Then only if something happens, it can detect it and immediately you can respond so that the loss will be minimized or you can even avoid it. Defense in depth. Okay? Not a single security measure is not enough for everything. So you have to really run trial runs and really thoroughly check whether any loopholes are there. If so, try to really give more security parameters in such places. Technical and technical, procedural, and managerial measures. So here it is said that uh, so any risks are there, how you respond, and you have to see whether technology is it sufficient to provide a robust protection. If not so, then how best you can do in the particular scenario. You try to put several rules and regulations. Suppose, say for example, if I don't, if I cannot afford for a what is a paid what is a vaccine, virus vaccine. So every month, year, I have to spend 1,000 rupees on my system to install a virus vaccine. So then, in that case, if I cannot avoid, I mean afford, then what is the best I can do? I need not use any what is a uh, pen drive. Instead, I can very well transfer files only via email. So likewise, in a company, something which it cannot provide means then try to negotiate several policies in your way of working. So by that, you can really protect your system. Implementing solutions around cybersecurity has to be a continuous process. It's not only important to protect a system from the current vulnerabilities, but is also equally important to have mechanisms, that is technical and process, in place for quickly detect and effectively react to any incidents and isolate security breaches. So it says that it's not that I just bought it, I installed it is safe. No, you should continuously monitor it, and because to the current situation, what are the vulnerabilities that can occur, and how what is the important issues, and what are the mechanisms we have to adapt to handle the current situation, so that we can quickly detect and effectively react to such incidents. Challenges faced by organization due to COVID-19, that is maintaining business operations will prioritized in a cultural of crisis. So you have to operate the business in a particular culture of crisis. That is during this pandemic situation where practices of man are really changed. Higher numbers of the workforce will be absent and efficiency may decrease. So sometimes what happens? We require such people within the organization to come, but they will not be made available. The workforce will rapidly shift to remote working and require technology to support this. So work from home means then accordingly the facilities must be made available to them. Critical suppliers will be disrupted, potentially interrupting crucial security activities. So as a result, what happens? Even the normal things which we get will be disturbed. As a result, you will have a very crucial security, as I mean the which is very important security activities. Even that gets interrupted in the current scenario. Organization will become increasingly reliant on remote access technology, including technology their employees are not familiar using. So organizations nowadays, they are forced to use certain technologies into which their own employees are not yet trained. Even they don't know. But during this, that's what happened in our case also. So you know very well, we don't know about Moodle. We never thought of using the Moodle. But then Google Classrooms, they were there, but we never used that because children used to come and we used to interact, and if at all required, we prepare PPT and we can educate them through PPT in our smart classrooms. That's it. So we never thought of having a Moodle or Google Classroom or via which to interact. But today, you see, we are supposed to go for it. No one can say, I don't know. You are given online coaching, including the government faculties. We cannot say we don't know. Online, they give training and they ask us to really go ahead with it, ask for the report. Okay. All these things are happening. So avoiding cyber attacks requires security measures that combine information, technology, and personnel. Together only you can bring any solutions. There are several companies like this, NEC. It's actually a service provider, in fact. What what you can do to work from home more securely. This is the need of the hour. So you are having, if you are having work from home, how to do that? in a more secure manner. Secure your environment, maintain a clear desk policy, lock screens, please do that. Set strong passwords, keep work and home devices separately. Okay, don't mix up. Then connect via VPN, virtual private network, to your company. Through that, you go in. Be aware of your privacy. Okay, that's what shutting down the webcam, all such things. Okay, secure Wi-Fi access point. Please set a password to your Wi-Fi connections at home. How many of us are really having a password for it? We never thought of it. Beware of COVID-19 phishing attacks. That is the main thing. They really target via online business, emails, false websites, all these things. That is the new trend has increased in the cyber world. So security solutions are made available to protect, manage, and monitor. Okay. COVID-19 staying uh, cyber secure. Pandemic is changing our lives. People are concerned, and with that concern comes a desire for information, safety, and support. Organized crime groups are exploiting the fear, uncertainty, and doubt which COVID-19 brings to target individuals and business in a variety of ways. So people think, okay, this product, this oxygen checking machine, if I have in my house, I can really love and then check it. Sanitizer, yo, what a great thing. Everywhere they use the word COVID, right? Uh, the on the other day, I'm seeing somebody taking a spray and spraying in the mouth. My God, if you really, wash your mouth with ordinary water and have a clean practice, that is enough. But instead, what and all they are doing, anybody is telling you can chew water and that is enough. But instead, what and all they are doing, anybody is telling you can chew what this green leaves if you use in your. So they never teach such things. They are just, I don't know how much chemicals will be involved in that particular spray. So they say, if you want your house to be secure, you are saying about outside. What about inside your house? So you have to use Lysol or things like that. People say it is full of chemicals. If any food is spilled out, please throw it out. Don't take any food from the ground, and even it is inside our house. Don't use it, because even the Lysol or anything you are using, that is a chemical. And not only that, it even eats up your very costly marbles. That is the thing. Better normal what to say, washing powder you can use, that is enough. So everything is business, so via which they try to really target us via all sorts of medium. This KPGM is also a company which is involved, like NCC. It is also involved in cyber security provider. It is doing that business only. Okay. So what it says is, have seen the rapid build out of infrastructure by cyber criminals used to launch COVID-19 themed spear phishing attacks and to lure targets to fake websites seeking to collect Office 365 credentials. So like this, how they really go ahead, trying to attract even the company employees, and via which how to enter their company websites and take information. So organization is taking to the COVID-19 pandemic. Make sure you set up strong passwords. Okay, two-factor, preferably two-factor authentication. That is what we are following in net banking. You give login password, apart from which, when there is going to be a transaction, they send an OTP to your registered mobile, and then you have to enter that. So this is two-factor authentication. Okay. Even in your ATM card, that is two-factor. You go to the ATM machine, you're using that card, that is a valid card, it must be, apart from which it is giving your login and password you are supposed to provide. Provide remote workers with straightforward guidance on how to use remote working solutions, including how to make sure they remain secure and tips on the identification of phishing. So please educate the workers, your own company workers. Provide remote workers with, that's what we saw. Ensure that all provided that all provided laptops have up-to-date antivirus and firewall softwares, so that even for work from home doesn't really transmit any malwares. With the pandemic in hindsight, companies that suffered delivery problems will need to give serious consideration to such a solution. Overall, new businesses will prosper, and those busy during the lockdown, such as grocery delivery services, will flourish with a new sense of acceptance. So, people have started accepting, and online itself try to purchase even grocery materials. Because of lockdown, they went, but now that itself will become a practice for people. Many things, and now people are not going to movies, theaters. So they were just watching everything in the what is a hotspot, Hotstar. Likewise, you have so many Amazon. This one, all the via that they try to watch. So even that takes a different shift. We don't know how many of them will later on when it is I mean, it is now slowly open, but how many of them will prefer to go out because they have now started with a different way of practice living. In addition to robots, AI will gain further traction and approval as its contributions during the crisis become better known. So AI, artificial intelligence, really have a great future because robots have really. I mean, you could see the thing in the ad in the thing when you want to watch cricket. So along with Shield, I mean Sprite advertisement where a drone comes and delivers a particular what is uh, a basket full of the Sprite. So likewise, a full case. So like that, who knows? People turn to such technologies. So AI application of AI will have a better advantage. AI is being used in drone delivery, chat-based health advisors, mobile geolocation analysis of lockdown perimeters, robotic disinfecting solutions for cities. So through drones, they try to, I mean, sprinkle this disinfecting solutions over the cities or some particular affected areas and all, where robots are deployed, and even prediction models for staggering the lifting of lockdowns. So they try to monitor which place where people are going. They say shut down, lockdown. So they use drones to really monitor whether is it really lockdown or people are roaming here and there. They are able to really capture because they use deploy the robots for spying, and based on that they are able to get the true status, and based on that whether can we really uh, uplift the lockdown at this place, that place, like that they make a study and then go for taking decisions. So even for decision making, AI really helps them. There remains a lot of speculation about what happens after pandemic, but six things appear to be certain. Even after this pandemic, these six things will definitely will remain intact. Some organization will need to move to new operating models. Companies will need to reset their security systems to ensure there are no outliers. Both new security risks that appeared during the pandemic must be understood. Corporate IT security architectures should be reassessed so that you build a new sort of systems that is applicable to your company uh, operating patterns. Updates to remote access and bring your own devices. Policies must be made. So each one is given their own device. You must work in that only. So anything that is done via your system, of course, its associated IP address will be there. Tomorrow, any fraud is committed, they will say, no, from this IP only. So it is under your control. So naturally, you only take the responsibility of doing it. So it will be easy. So now this pandemic had become a trial run for people to really reassess their infrastructures, so that tomorrow anything like this in future comes also, people are really ready to scale it higher. Advanced technology must be deployed. So for all such things, you do have several companies offering several industries, solutions and services and products. So there are so many things. I mean, these are being I mean, all this is a business, I would say. Once again, all these things are business where people try to really go ahead minting money out of it. So it is like this. If you protect your system, you can protect it even without an antivirus. But what has happened once it's in a system you're using for some research purpose, no other go. People say better you buy it and you please install. Okay, else there will be a theft of your knowledge. So like this. So these are the main things today. And so with this, I mean, things are, I mean, outlined like this. So once again, I'm just telling for children, people to stay at home. Uh, we have to really be very careful because they are using the net. And I always advise some elder person really stays with them, go through the things, guide them so that they don't end up in some mess. Because they are small children, they are taken easily away by uh, normal things. You do this, you will get a Barbie doll, or you get something like this. Means even see, even big people, we when they say there is a, you forward this Flipkart message to 10 members so that you are able to get this much discount. There are people who believe this and do this. So when we are so much of grown up, we fall into the hands of people like this. What about our children? So please keep them more secure. That is more important. So that's all for the day. So I would say that please stay safe. That is more important. We, our people who are, I mean, sitting on the other side, we don't know who it is, with what thing they are. We don't know. So one has to be very careful in handling this situation. Of course, people say we are almost through that. We have come out of it. But it has definitely changed several things in life, I would say. I would just say stay safe, try to secure your organization safe. If people live with ethics, with values, definitely you can fight any sort of situation. And people say அடுத்தது ரெண்டாவது அலை வரப்போகிறது, அது வந்து இதை விட பயங்கரமா இருக்கும். Anything you are already you have experienced this. So one need not worry for all such things. You are already through all these things, so you need not worry at all. So I would just say now nothing to fear on any new thing. So you can really go ahead, what to say, using I mean, be prepared for all such things. uh, so that's it. Any questions from your side? Any questions?
Simple. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We enjoyed the session, ma'am. This is
Okay.
Meena, ma'am.
Pardon?
Is there Meena, ma'am?
Yeah, Meena Soluma. Yes, please
Is
tell.
is there any possibilities to avoid hacking after we come to know about that we have hacked by somebody else, ma'am?
You have
The
to
bank details,
what you
like,
have to do is better, better you have an intrusion detection system. Try to have the infrastructure framed in such a way. Better to have a proxy server, and please don't put all the information in the original server. Even I would say, like, try to divide the resources, the contents in different 2 or 3 servers. You divide it and put the information, and try to take regular backups of the server contents, and try to have a proxy. Firewall could be installed, and after that you try to have a proxy server which contains an intrusion detection system, so that even if a hacker hacks, he is not going to hack your original servers, which actually contains the real information. They will hack only the proxy. And immediately, since in proxy server you have an intrusion detection system, it will relinquish, it should be programmed in such a way, it should relinquish the control with the actual servers. So that now we know this system is hacked, but the hacker thinks he has gained control over our organization web server, but which is not true. it is just a proxy. It doesn't contain any other information. It can just maintain only the log information, who all has logged in and what information they really wanted to assess. So these things alone can be stored in that. So by this you can keep your I mean uh, your organization's security can be preserved.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. One more thing, ma'am. What
Yes.
about phishing, ma'am?
Yeah, actually, people try to what to say, fishing, as the diagram itself shows you. அதாவது இந்த பேராசையை தூண்டுமா இல்லையா? It's like that.
Mm.
சும்மா எல்லாத்துக்கும் I mean தூண்டில் போடுறது. But you should not go and fall into that. Like as
Oh,
I told you, இந்த Flipkart மாதிரி இது பண்றேன் அப்படிங்கிறது. அப்புறம்
yes,
நீங்க
ma'am.
இதுல வந்து இதை fill பண்ணி கொடுங்க, tax rebate you will get. Like that, they will try to somehow try to catch you via that. So as a result, you will be definitely what is influenced. இது அதனால தான் என்னைக்குமே சொல்லுவாங்க, ஒரு ஆளோட பேராசையை தூண்டு, then automatically you are simple. இந்த பேண்டமிக் சுச்சுவேஷன்ல தான் they do buy one and get one free அப்படின்ட்டு இந்த ஆக்சிஜன் இந்த மெஷின் மாஸ்க் சம்திங் you are giving a discount. அதோட ஆக்சுவல் ரேட்டே வந்து சே மாஸ்க் எல்லாம் வந்து அதோட ஆக்சுவல் ரேட்டே 10 rupees தான் இருக்கும். They say இவ்வளோ டிஸ்கவுண்ட் கொடுக்குறேன் அவ்வளோ டிஸ்கவுண்ட் கொடுக்குறேன். People are very I mean spending time பொழுது போகணும். They are just using the net only. So what they try to do is they okay, I will order like that. So unnecessarily, even you don't need it, but at a high price you really buy it unknowing that it is a high price. You think that there is a special offer because they say special offer exclusively for you. Many times the card from bank they say உங்க கார்டுக்கு வந்து there is a we are ready to give a what is a credit card worth 2 lakhs. உங்களோட credentials பார்த்து உங்களுக்கு allot ஆயிருக்கு. Or whether you require loan without any processing charge, we are offering you personal loan. Like this, all these things, because they know many people are facing so much problems during this COVID-19. Money, people are not paid, or people are paid less, people are paid half salary, people are so many things are there, so that they want to use it. On the other side, they want to somehow lure the customers and put them into this thing. So even these are all crime actually. In no way the person, so we should only be more safe comparatively. Yes.
Next,
Hello.
what about the crisis and cyber crime in this pandemic among the business side, ma'am?
Yes, mostly on the, yeah, because you see, mainly two things. One thing is already many people have, see the previous case, they try to look onto the, even the ransomware has increased. So in a new business, when they want to do it online, so they may not try to invest on security parameters more. So at that time, what these hackers do is they try to gain control over such websites, and they will tell these people, if you don't pay me, then you will face up these problems. So then you cannot really service your customers, your business is done. So like that and all, there are people who threaten and get money from people. So these are one of the side. And another side is many healthcare products, or something giving tips, all these things. Such you would have seen in one of the movie, they just catch water in the water tap, and they say that this liquid is so much of great medicines, like that. Even such type of products is being sold online. Yes. So such types and all come into picture. And the worst case is when you pay to such particular companies via using your credit card or debit card. So they try to even know the login passwords. So such things also are happening. So it's very dangerous to go into any websites which is not familiar. In fact, there was a scandal on even Google Pay, but somehow once again it has come into picture. People started because you see these media people, they push us to keep on using all such things. Now you see you have Google Pay everywhere. Without Google Pay, we cannot survive, like that it is. But already cases were reported in Google platform for this, especially this Google payments. People were able to know the login password and the money source. Based on that, they were able to hack the particular customer's account. So, but still, you see, once again they come out, and in this situation, no other go. Remote people who are uneducated, they also go for this thing only. That's it. So the companies has to really take more steps. They have to go for, I mean, uh, doing some customized framework at this particular situation. And once it is done, later on, hereafter, anything else come also, they are prepared for it. Because this is a scenario which is unexpected. But in later cases, anything like this happens, now they are ready because already they know about how to handle this situation. So based on that, now they are prepared for even in future for the worst. Yes.
Any particular firewall, ma'am, to avoid our details to be dealt with online like this, ma'am?
One can never say this is the best, that is the best. Once upon a time, Cisco was always had a great name for it. But one cannot say like that as on today. Many companies are going. My advice is better go for a customized firewall. That is more important. Try to have a customized one. Even you purchase something from a vendor, try to customize it to your need. No, you need not include many things which is unnecessary. You end up in paying more amount for that company also. Instead, try to customize it to your need because what is your need may not be known to other one. And you see, even the practice, I would say, organization means they say library management, and generally the data which this if it is a college, what sort of data, if it is going to be a company, what sort of data, these are standard only. No, so why can't I buy a ready-made software and install? Means no, each and every company practices varies. So it's better like we customize the product according to our need. Some problems which are faced by my institution may not be faced by your institution, and vice versa. So it is always, especially with the security aspects, I would say better go for customized one. I'll share a simple one example. Why don't go for the standard means when once you install the standard one, there will be so many features which will hinder your regular functioning. Today it happened when I want to really use a particular pen drive into a system where already the virus vaccine is made available. What happened, I was not able to allowed to use the pen drive, but that is the need of the hour. I want it badly, but my own system, I am in a urge, I want it badly, but the system is rejecting. So then my regular activity towards my own organization, my work is getting delayed, all such things because of this standard security thing tool which I have installed. So that is what will happen. So it's better like we try to customize the product and keep so that what is required for us, so you pay even less for it comparatively. Yes. Hello.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm from 3rd BCK Sadhana, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Sadhana. Please tell me.
Ma'am, I have doubt regarding hacking, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, how we
Yes.
find that we are hacked, ma'am?
Very simple. You are not able to work with your own system. You have so much of problems, the system gets slowed down, or there may be a normal functioning. You know about your system, your laptop, you are having, you are working. So then its behavior also is known already. So what happens when you are working, you could see unusual things. Say when you are trying to work on something, it will give some unexpected information, and you have never even looked for say buying a handbag or anything, but you go to the net immediately, handbag advertisements, dress advertisements, all these things crop in. So that is because of some cookies which has entered your system. You can detect that one. And say your files getting jumbled or slow process, all these things are signs of your system being hacked. But you cannot say if all these things are there, definitely you are hacked. So these are all some of the signs. Even without hacking also, like if more temporary files are there in your system, as it increases, because of that also your system may get slowed down. And if you're having more files on the desktop also, more applications on the desktop also, as it keeps on increasing, even in that case what happens, your system performance will deteriorate. So if the system deteriorates itself, you cannot say you are hacked. But if you are hacked, definitely there will be such signs. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma.
This is Sangeeta, PG.
Yeah.
So I have a same hacking topic out.
Okay.
Suppose my mobile is hacked once, so I restart and delete all the things. So again when I'm process the mobile, again hacked. How can I overcome the problem, ma'am?
You no other go. You have to change. First, you have to look on to the practice, how it is getting hacked, for what, why it is getting hacked. What was your practice? That you have to really make a note, because something which you are doing an activity that invents a problem there. That is the thing. Because not everybody's mobile is hacked, right? Even in your house, others in your family may be having a mobile, but they are not hacked. But yours is hacked. Why? Because probably some assignments are given. So you are using net browsing more. So you are trying to download more contents than others in your family. So because you have to complete your assignments, you have to submit some project report. For that, you are looking for information in the cyber world. So compared with others, you are more prone to attacks. So no other go. You have to really go at, one thing is, either you can go and try to browse in the, today you can go out, but previously and all not allowed. Previously you could have, in the past 8 months it was not allowed, but nowadays every place they have started opening up several places. What I would say is, better try to have system. In the system, try to install a virus vaccine, so that anything you try to browse, download everything, that you do it in your system. Then at last make a file, and then try to send it via mail. And from your mobile, through that mobile, you try to access your email. And from that, you try to download your file. This sort of practice will save your mobile from all such risk. Else, again and again, you will be inventing problems only. Hope I
Okay,
have
ma'am.
answered your
Thank you, ma'am.
yes, yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, I'm Arvind Taj from third CS, ma'am.
Okay. Yes,
I
please tell
have
me, ma'am.
doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, what is difference between VPN and proxy, ma'am?
Uh, VPN is a virtual private network you are having.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. It has a specific name.
Whereas
Okay.
virtual private networking, in that, and you're asking about proxy.
Yes, ma'am.
Proxy will
Proxy.
be, it is one of the component in a, it can be made as one of the component in a VPN. Means in a virtual
Oh,
private network, you can install a proxy in that.
okay, ma'am.
Your organization is having firewall, then
Ah,
you can,
yes, ma'am.
like firewall and intrusion detection system. Likewise, installing a proxy server is also one of that what to say, security mechanisms you are adapting for your virtual private network. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma.
I'm Pavitra,
Yes.
assistant professor from Kunzaga.
Yeah, Pavitra, please tell me, ma.
Ma'am, is there any primary settings in our browser or a system to protect ourselves from cybercrime, ma'am? For example,
You
blocking
can
the
set,
third party
see,
websites
you
like
can,
that.
no, you can set certain conditions. I mean, you can have, I mean, today, you can never say nothing is unavailable. Everything is available. You can very well, there are security measures separately itself where you can set conditions. Please don't, if students are using, don't allow them to go to these websites. Like that, you can even block those websites. You can give the conditions. And not only that, you can tune the system also. I mean, where when you are coming across some sorts of here we said no in the email and all, they generally have dear friends, dear participant, like that and all. So generalized. So likewise you can give some mark in such a way. If websites having carrying such particular marks, such websites are denied from accessing. Like that you can set controls, so that automatically that websites we will not be able to go ahead. It will tell us not secure, and it will just block us. We cannot really open those websites in our uh, thing. But what happens is such things take more steps. So even the website which we badly want to view it, that also it will say not secure, so it will never allow us. Sometimes even that becomes a problem. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So Meena, Meena, hello.
Students, you have any queries you can ask. Otherwise, we
Yes.
can bind up our session.
Generally I would say please don't go for an what is a have a very principled practiced life, especially while you deal with all the computer gadgets. Please don't what to say, switch on your mobile, and definitely don't take your mobile to the bedroom things. Number one, many people started hearing music, especially with the youngsters. They play the music, they take even the mobile to their bathrooms. So please avoid such things. We don't know. You may think that your camera is switched off only. We don't know. So please try to avoid such risk. Please don't go into the habit of such things. And general safety measures, you all know that while switching on, I mean, when the mobile is on charge, please don't talk. And after you take it away from it and then speak. And after speaking, also please see that don't use your mobile only when needed. You have to always try to use a earphone with which contains what is a all that cushion. Okay, don't use that what is a you are putting into the ears, connecting the particular earphones. Please avoid such things. Today you are good, you are young, no problem. As the day goes, you become more old. At that time only all the problems crop in. So please try to avoid such things, especially the mobile in the bedroom, because you see the rays are there. You, even if you switch off and keep, they say that rays are there in the place. Some people even keep their switched off mobile at their beneath their bed. That is a very wrong practice. The rays definitely affect your brain cells. So please don't better try to keep it in the hall. Please don't get addicted towards all these gadgets. Definitely they are not going to help us in any way. Human man to man interaction is more important. You will not believe, uh, 2 days before I purchased what is that uh, pallanguri with all that chori and all. Okay, so I said my children, please play like this, because that is more good than playing with the computers with a virtual world when nothing is true. That clash of what is it, clash of clans, and there is some virtual world. People really all brain damaging games. Your precious time is lost. Please have a very safe living. That is more important. Be with ethics and with values. If you go, definitely you will be safe, and you will also build a very safer society. Hello.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You made this session very useful and informative.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, s- Dear participants, We have posted our feedback link in our chat box and also in YouTube link. So kindly fill your feedback form to receive your e-certificate. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. May I invite Ms. R. Sai Shalini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Application, to give vote of thanks. Welcome you, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I hope you had a fruitful day. With that hope, I'm here to propose vote of thanks. First, I thank God for allowing us the success of this program in a grand manner. I would like to thank our Almighty for making this program. I feel delightful to thank our Secretary, Everard Mother, C. Noel Rani, FSAG, for our valuable presence with us and our blessings. Thank you, Mother. It's my pleasure to extend my gratitude to our principal, Reverend Dr. E. Gilta Sumangali, FSAG, for our continuous guidance and encouragement. Thank you, sister. My hearty thanks to our Vice Principal, Reverend Sister Hey John Diana, FSAG, who helped us in our endeavor. Yes, thank you, sister. I'm glad to express our sincere thanks to the petition resource persons Dr. Vidya Tulasi Raman for giving an excellent speech in this webinar program. We got new innovative and information ideas on that areas. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our Anto Priyadarshini, convener, head of the department, is in charge of computer science and applications for organizing in this event. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thanks for Dr. Hem Bakimati, a Department of Computer Science and Applications, to support all the time. Thank you, ma'am. I'm happy to thank all our staff members coordinated this event in an energetic way. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my gratitude to all the resource persons, faculties from the various colleges and universities. Thank you, everyone. And also, I would like to thank all lovable students for kind cooperation towards the event. Once again, I thank you one and all present. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we bind up the session. Thank you.